Good, y'all? Sir Rock here, episode 4, week 4. Today's video is going to be about pros and cons of owning your own clothing equipment and going through a manufacturer. Man, I struggle with this. Even when I first started out, I didn't know if I wanted to go through a manufacturer. I didn't know if I wanted to make my own clothes. I'm glad I'm going the route that I'm going, but this route might not be for you. So without going to purchase a vinyl cutter or a heat press, watch this video all the way through. And I'm gonna give you as much details as possible. So let's hop straight into it. You feel me? Man, before I gotta get into it, bro, I gotta listen to some music real quick, motherfucker. I think I'm getting sick, y'all. I think I'm getting sick. Gotta get up, gotta get up, gotta get up.
The fake do a good job blending in with the road these days, but I still tell the difference. Realness get recognition, I recognize that from a distance, see it from far.
Let's talk about it. Should you go buy your own clothing equipment, or should you go through a manufacturer? Pros and cons. Let's talk about it, bruh. You feel me? Let's talk about it. Alright, so first things first, I'm gonna tell you guys why I own my own clothing equipment, why I chose that route. And then we're gonna talk about what route maybe you should take. You feel me? So I got my clothing equipment because I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to make clothes. I know I wanted to go in this type of niche. So first thing I did was you gotta think I grew up around this stuff. So my dad owns a silk screening business, and I never took interest into it until I moved out the crib, you know what I mean? Until I went to college, did all that, bada bang, bada boom, and I seen everybody starting to make their own clothing brand, and I was like, damn, like I know the ins and out. I know pretty much silk screening, embroidery, heat press. I know how vinyl cutter works. I know how to put stickers on stuff. I know the whole scenery. You feel me? So then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get my vinyl cutter because I can do custom stuff, you know what I mean? But also I'm gonna be saving money because manufacturers are expensive, but don't get me wrong, equipment is expensive as well, you feel me? So I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to customize my own clothes. I wanted to wake up and be like, let's put this piece together, bada bang, bada boom. I wanted to make minimum pieces, so like 1 out of 10 pieces, 1 out of 50 pieces, but I never got there with my vinyl cutter because I didn't know the whole marketing side of clothing brands when I first got that. I didn't know about running ads. I didn't know about the other websites that I can be selling my product on. So that's why I went towards this route. And then after my vinyl cutter, I got my sublimation because I wanted to start getting into color. You know what I mean? Vinyl cutter is just so limited. If you want color, you gotta piece 4 or 3 different pieces together like a puzzle on a shirt, and it's a long process, y'all. If y'all have a vinyl cutter, if you've been around a vinyl cutter, the weeding process, like, man, I used to do detailed stuff. Like, hold up, let me grab this sweater real quick for y'all, and y'all gonna be like, damn, bro, you had to weed that out and everything. Like, this is the type of shit that I used to do with my vinyl cutter. Like, I put it to the works, though. I put it to works, just know that. So the stuff that I did with my vinyl cutter was like, I maxed it out. Like, you can do good designs with a vinyl cutter, don't get me wrong. But just to do this one design, bruh, this probably took me like, man, like two hours. Just weeding that, like, look, like, y'all do not see the details in that, for real. And that's not even the only, and then I had to do this. That was easy to weed, you know what I mean? That was a little difficult, you know what I mean? You had to have your settings right. You got to make sure that your cutter is pressing all the way through. It's a lot. It's a lot. See, that's one thing why I wouldn't recommend getting your own clothing equipment to some people, because they just, some people, alright, I ain't gonna lie, some people just don't have the ability to learn and have the patience and work with stuff like this. That's why some people go through manufacturers. They don't want to spend the time to work on this. You know what I mean? They know exactly what they want. They want 1 or 2 pieces, 3 pieces. You know what I mean? To whereas me, bro, if I really wanted to, I could create 40 different pieces in this room by tomorrow if I really wanted to. You know what I mean? But if you went through a manufacturer, then you gotta wait two weeks for shipping. Not even 2 weeks, hopefully 2 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks most likely, you know what I mean? And then you're paying $80 for shipping, and then you're paying, next thing you know, yeah, you might get your samples and all that. Yeah, samples are expensive too. See, I never fuck with samples because that shit is expensive, man. I'm trying to order some blank hats and motherfuckers talking about, oh, for a sample for 2 hats is gonna be $150. But first and foremost, you sell your hats for $8.50 a piece. What are you talking about for 2 hats, $150? It's tripping. But anyways, that's why I went the route I want after I had the sublimation, and then I got my white toner because I wanted to start doing black garments and I want to start doing more graphic tee type deal. So then I went that route, and then once I was able to get an embroidery machine, I went and got the embroidery machine, went down, and after that one went down, I knew I had to have another one because I've only had it for a month and I've made so much money just in 1 month. And the cool thing about that too is because, well, y'all already know, I can do custom stuff, you know what I mean? Some people don't have the availability to get their hands on the embroidery machine, so they take advantage of it when they can, you know what I mean? Some people think that shit is dope but don't know how to get custom stuff, you know what I mean? Don't trust eBay, don't trust Etsy, you know what I mean? And they'd rather shop local. So that's another thing that I'm gonna tap into. Now let's just talk about some of the pros that I wrote down and some of the cons that I wrote down when owning your own clothing business. I'm probably gonna make a slideshow, so be prepared to just be looking at a slideshow and not me. I don't know yet. So let's just hop into it, whatever. I'm done chit chat. Alright, so let's talk about the pros of owning your own clothing equipment. First things first, you have your own control of the production process. You can manage the quality, speed, and customization of your products. You know what I mean? Like flexibility. You can adapt quickly to changing market demands and trends since you have direct control over production schedules. So, you know what I mean? You can do so many different niches. That's why I'm doing seasonal merch as well as working on my own merch. You know what I mean? Seasonal merch is never going nowhere. People are always going to buy stuff for holidays, gifts for holidays, for years on years to end. Clothing is not going nowhere. That's why I love clothing. I'm getting into clothing to really build my foundation, get my startup money, and then I'm going straight to e-com. You know what I mean? I do want to live the life where I don't have to touch any products, and I do hopefully one day maybe I will go through a manufacturer, but for now I want to be in control of my demands. You feel me? So now, like y'all already, so next things next, y'all already know customization. You know what I mean? Y'all get that one. Reduce dependence. You're less dependent on external suppliers, which can be beneficial during supply chain distributions. So, when you go through a manufacturer, you might have to FaceTime him 1 or 2 times a week. You know what I mean? Just be like, yes, confirm that, confirm this. You might be talking for 2 weeks long before he even gets started on your product. And he might say he's going to start tomorrow, but he might start in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? You don't know when you're going to get your sample. You don't know when if your shipping's going to be delayed. You don't know none of that shit. You feel me? Like, bro, getting heated just... Oh, let's talk about some cons. Initial investment, setting up and maintaining clothing equipment can be expensive. That definitely is a con. All the equipment that I have is expensive, but am I close to making the money back? Yes. You know what I mean? Next is expertise requirement. Operating machinery requires expertise, and finding skilled personnel can be a challenge. So it's just a challenge, y'all. Like, it's with anything. If you get a new phone and you YouTube how to set it up, there's gonna be a YouTube video. You know what I mean? If you get a sublimation printer and search how to use a sublimation printer, there's gonna be videos. If you searching what vinyl cutter do I need, what kind of vinyl cutter should I get, there is gonna be videos, y'all. So definitely do the research and make sure that it fits your lifestyle and fits your capability. You feel me? Next thing is maintenance costs. So ink for my sublimation printer, I'm not too sure. Let me check that out because so sublimation ink is costing me $542, roughly around there, or $300 to $542, depending on what type of ink you get, the extended clip or you just get the regular ones. For my white toner printer, I am talking about just for cyan, I think I'm saying it right, it's 172, magenta is 172, yellow is 172, black is 172, and white is $346 just for white ink, and those are sold separately. So y'all can do the math. I'm not gonna do the math because then I'm gonna start stressing about it. I do need to order cyan, and for my sublimation, I think I do need to order, I don't know what it is. I know one of those bars are low on there. I'm not too sure which one. So that is another con, and that might be the biggest con, is you have to, even with your vinyl cutter, you gotta buy vinyl. You know what I mean? You need a heat press to go along with your vinyl cutter. Yeah, that's not even including my heat press. That's a done deal. You buy that, that's boom. But see, that's why I really love embroidery machines, because if you think about it, thread is only $8. Bobbins are like, you can get 40 for 100. You know what I mean? Maintenance, all you gotta do is really lube it up, for real. You know what I mean? Like, it's simple, you know what I mean? And then you, especially if you buy a new one, you get the 5-year warranty. So 5 years is a long time. If some crazy shit happens in 5 years, then I'm good. You know what I mean? If nothing happens in 5 years, then I'm even better. You feel me? But that's why embroidery machines are my favorite. Outsourcing manufacturing, pros and cons. First things first, cost savings. Outsourcing production can be cost effective, especially for smaller businesses that can't afford the upfront investment in equipment. So if you don't have enough money, I get it, you should go through a manufacturer because equipment is expensive. But if you want to do your own customization, be in control of your own niches, and do high demand products, so like I said, seasonal merch, you know what I mean, if that makes sense, then you go through customizing your own stuff. You feel me? Focus on core activities. You can concentrate on your core business activities such as design, marketing, and sales, leaving manufacturing to specialists. Yes, so going through a manufacturer, you don't gotta spend the time and effort that I gotta spend to make the product. You can just focus on marketing, designing more products, you know what I mean? But that, man, to me, bro, bro, I get shit done. You feel me? Like, I can get a couple orders, do some marketing. I get shit done, for real. It's not a lot. That's why I'm saying it shouldn't take you too long to market, to design. Like, bro, take you a little day off, you know what I mean? A little self-care day. Go create some designs, do some marketing, boom. What you gonna do the next 4 or 6 days out of the week? You feel me? You know what I mean? I guess if you're like starting it out as a side hustle too, I get that. That totally makes sense because you got a full-time job. I get it. You know what I mean? So next thing is scalability. Outsourcing allows for easier scalability as you can adjust production volumes without the need for significant capital investments. You feel me? Access to expertise. Utilizing specialized manufacturing gives you access to their expertise and experience in the production process. Manufacturers ain't gonna produce the same quality, you know what I mean? Just because their picture looks fire is not gonna mean it is gonna be good quality. You gotta give them a good size chart. You gotta give them the good dimensions. You gotta give them the exact thing you want. If not, they're just gonna run with it and make it whatever's easiest for them. You feel me? Let's talk about some of the cons. Quality control, you know what I mean? Maintaining consistent quality across different manufacturing partners can be a challenge, you know what I mean? You might order 50 garments and 3 of them might be defective, you know what I mean? 3 of them might not weigh the right amount it should weigh. 3 of them might have wrong, fucked up stitching. 3 of them might look ugly. Just point blank, period. You feel me? Lead times. Dependence on external manufacturers can result in longer lead times, making it harder to respond quickly to market challenges. You feel me? So you really gotta time things up. Okay, I'm gonna get this sample in, I'm gonna wait 2 weeks, and then once I get it, 2 weeks hits, and then the week I get, I'm gonna launch my marketing. You know what I mean? So say you're planned up to launch on Friday and shipping delays. What you gonna do? So now you gotta launch next week, because the best time to launch ads is during the weekend, and that's only me. You can launch ad Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It just depends on what you sell. You feel me? But I think Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is a must for sure. Communication challenges. Communication challenges. Managing and coordinating with external manufacturers can be challenged, especially if they are located in different regions. You feel me? So if you go through Alibaba, if you go through whatever, WhatsApp, whatever, it's going to be challenging to communicate with your manufacturers. You might have a different time zone. The best time you might want to talk to them is maybe at night. You feel me? So when I'm on Alibaba and I'm talking to manufacturers, I talk to them during the night because that's when they're just waking up. You feel me? Next thing is next. Risk of dependency. Relying heavily on external manufacturers may make your business more vulnerable to supply chains, distributions, or changes in their business operations. Oh, y'all, we talked about the pros and the cons. You feel me? I guess overall, what I'm really trying to say is ultimately the decision between owning clothing equipment and outsourcing manufacturing depends on various factors, including your business size, budget, expertise, and long-term strategic goals. Many businesses find a combination of both approaches to be the most effective. You feel me? So maybe you're owning a vinyl cutter and then creating your own samples and then getting it done right by you manufacturers. There's so many ways that you guys can go. If I were y'all, just sit down and really think about it. What fits best in your budget? What fits best in your size? What fits best for you? You know what I mean? Are you a more hands-on person? Are you a better visual person? You know what I mean? I'm more hands-on, so I love doing things hands-on. I gotta be moving, you know what I mean? I'm moving, always growing, I'm always moving, bro. I'm always moving, you feel me? That's that, y'all. That should give you some good insight on whether you should own your own equipment or if you should go through a manufacturer. I talked about a whole lot of stuff this video. I'm hoping it wasn't too long. I'm hoping it wasn't too short. So, without further ado, January 25th, it's Thursday. That's going to be dropping tomorrow on Friday. Like, share, subscribe, comment, please. It helps me out a whole lot. You feel me? If you have any questions, if there's any things that I didn't cover, please comment, please let me know on what I should talk about maybe in the next video. If you got any video ideas, please comment, please let me know what I should talk about. You feel me? So without further ado, Sir Rock out. Have a good week, y'all. Have a good weekend. Stay consistent, stay motivated. Do y'all thing, man. Do y'all thing, y'all. If you want to go vlog, go vlog. Go vlog with your camera. If you got a phone, go vlog, for real. If you got something to go sell it on eBay. Get your hustle on, bro. Get your hustle on. There's so many sources of income out there that you can benefit off. You just got to do it and put the work in, y'all. So later, y'all. Sir Rogowski.